Right, welcome to this explainer. If you're tuning in today, you likely operate at the highest levels of enterprise leadership, risk management, or corporate legal counsel. So today we're diving into a boardroom caliber briefing on a uniquely perilous vulnerability that threatens modern enterprises: securing supplier relationships. We'll be analyzing the exact operational failures that expose organizations to massive third-party risk. And more importantly, we're going to look at how to deploy a frictionless, professionally drafted governance standard to instantly close that gap.
Okay, let's dive into this. First, we'll examine the existential supply chain threats. Second, the operational friction in procurement. Third, we'll break down the regulatory reality of Control A.5.21. Fourth, the vendor lifecycle framework. And finally, how to achieve instant ISMS maturity.
Part 1. The existential supply chain threat, the catastrophic hook.
We really need to discard this outdated notion that a data leak from a vendor is just, some technical glitch for the IT department to patch. It absolutely is not. In today's regulatory and market landscape, a third-party supply chain leak is an existential enterprise risk. It's a fundamental failure of corporate governance that strikes right at the heart of your business's viability. Imagine waking up to find that a small, seemingly insignificant vendor deep in your supply chain got compromised, and suddenly your most sensitive corporate data is completely exposed. The reality is, when a supplier's defenses fall, your walls fall right along with them.
And this brilliantly illustrates the real nightmare scenario. We aren't just talking about a couple of bad headlines here. We are looking at plummeting stock valuations the minute the market reacts to a breach. We're talking about a rapid evaporation of shareholder trust, which can take literally decades to rebuild. That triggers severe contractual SLA liabilities, which inevitably results in massive client churn as your customers flee to more secure competitors. And ultimately, because the board absolutely requires accountability, this entire cascade ends in the immediate, career-ending termination of C-suite executives and chief procurement officers. The stakes truly could not be higher.
Part 2. Operational friction in procurement, the complication trap.
So, you might be wondering, why do these catastrophic events keep happening? Well, it almost always boils down to operational friction. Picture the ideal procurement scenario for a second. Thorough, unhurried information security due diligence paired with rock-solid contractual enforcement. Sounds great, right? But in reality, business units demand extreme speed. Imagine a chief procurement officer under immense pressure to onboard a new vendor by the end of the quarter. In this rushed environment, critical, legally binding security clauses get treated like tedious, legalistic boilerplate. To close the deal faster, procurement teams simply drop the ball and fail to insert these crucial requirements into the contracts.
Part 3. Understanding Control A.5.21, the regulatory reality.
Now, when those procurement teams skip that so-called tedious boilerplate, they're actually violating a core regulatory standard, specifically ISO 27001 Control A.5.21. This is the exact governance requirement for managing information security within the ICT, or information and communication technology, supply chain. This control exists specifically to mandate operational guidance for structuring service-level agreements, data protection agreements, and mitigating risks right from day one of the supplier relationship. So the crucial point is this: that operational rush creates a highly specific, highly dangerous trap. Procurement teams finalize vendor contracts that completely lack the requirements for suppliers to actually report security incidents affecting company data within defined SLAs. Now, the source documentation flags this as a minor non-conformance under Control A.5.21, but let's be real, as we established earlier, the business impact of this non-conformance is anything but minor. If your supplier gets breached and isn't legally obligated to tell you immediately, you are literally flying blind into an existential crisis.
Part 4. The vendor lifecycle framework, the elegant resolution.
Let's see how this builds into an elegant solution. To close this dangerous gap, organizations have to deploy a comprehensive lifecycle framework. As outlined by industry experts, this requires 4 distinct phases to actually be effective. First up, selection due diligence, meaning you ensure potential suppliers meet robust criteria before a single contract is signed. Second, onboarding, detailing the exact security measures implemented at the kickoff. Third, ongoing operations, that continuous vigilant safeguarding of sensitive data throughout the partnership. And fourth, secure deboarding, protecting your information and assets when a vendor relationship inevitably comes to an end.
Now, to execute all of this without adding crippling friction to your procurement teams, you need a premium standardized tool. This Guidelines for Information Security in Supplier Relationships document originates in procurement, and it's delivered as a fully editable Word document.
It was meticulously crafted by a committee of industry experts, principal auditors, and lead instructors from the ISO 27001 Institute, operating under the aegis of the ISO Training Institute. Its explicit purpose is to easily and flawlessly standardize vendor SLAs and data protection agreements, ensuring no critical clause is ever skipped again.
The source text itself summarizes the power of this document perfectly. It calls it a comprehensive framework for ensuring information security throughout the vendor lifecycle management process. Think about the immense value there. This isn't just some basic checklist, it's a done-for-you, professionally drawn corporate asset that proactively safeguards sensitive data, guarantees regulatory alignment, and ultimately fosters unwavering trust with your clients.
Part 5. Achieving Instant ISMS Maturity. Frictionless Execution.
The absolute beauty of this solution lies in its frictionless execution. You don't need to spend months drafting complex legal language from scratch. You simply take the document, securely save the original, and use a copy as your working framework. By swapping out the hypothetical logos and replacing those ABC Technologies or ABCTPL acronym placeholders with your own corporate identity, you instantly transform this template into a bespoke, compliance-ready policy. This is exactly how you rapidly advance your Information Security Management System, or ISMS.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the number 5. This entire comprehensive boardroom-ready governance structure spans just 5 editable pages. It is intentionally concise, direct, and specifically designed to be easily utilized by procurement teams. It completely eliminates the excuse that security compliance is just too dense, confusing, or tedious to implement during high-pressure vendor negotiations. And that efficiency yields an incredible return on investment. The source material emphasizes that while customization only takes a couple of minutes, the sincere and serious implementation of this document's contents gives your organization a 15 to 20-year head start in ISMS maturity for these specific supplier relationship requirements. Let that sink in for a second. You are essentially bypassing decades of painful trial, error, and costly audit failures instantly.
We've seen the existential risks of a third-party leak, the operational friction that causes it, and this elegant 5-page solution designed by elite auditors to solve it. So the only thing left to consider is this final question. Is your enterprise ready to close the procurement gap and instantly secure its entire supplier lifecycle? The framework is there. The execution is in your hands. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.